5:41 a.m. in the morning. If you would have ever told me my dumb ass would be up this early in the morning, there's no way. Here I am, 60 years old, willingly get up. How times have changed. What a beautiful morning. So a little bit about the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Thought I'd fill you in. So this racetrack was built and had a lot of great intentions. Racetrack struggled a little bit and was getting ready to be shut down. Yes, the one that you see right now even had some Busch Grand National races back in the day, truck races, but it failed, and they went to shut it down. They're going to shut her down. And what was crazy was some farmers owned the land, and they weren't making any money because the land was rented. It was leased. So Curtis Francois, the owner right now, he told me the story, so I'm going to tell you the story. It's very accurate. So Curtis, he's a real estate mogul, the man that owns the racetrack right now. So Curtis goes to all the farmers, and he says, look, I'll make a deal with you. So Curtis makes a deal with all the farmers. It was crazy, like turns 3 and 4 was owned by 2 different farmers. Just the craziest damn story you've ever heard. And then turns up there in 1 and 2 was owned by another guy. So he made a deal with all the guys, all the farmers, all the people. And Curtis outright bought this racetrack. Now, here's what was crazier too. The track was within weeks or months of being sold for scrap metal. They were going to get like $2 million for it. And they were going to scrap metal the place, because all those aluminum grandstands. At the very last minute, this racetrack was saved. What a crazy story, right? So all of us here in St. Louis, we know the backstory. So we are forever thankful. And that's why this racetrack is a big deal to us, because everybody in St. Louis knows how close we were to this beautiful facility saved by Curtis Francois and now managed by Chris Blair, who sent me this coffee mug. Chris is a hell of a promoter, and Allison over there. So this morning we'll make it short and sweet. When you go to the Worldwide Technology Raceway, this very strange racetrack, not like any other, well, a little bit like Darlington, just not banked. Turns 1 and 2 is bound by land. It's very tight. So the drivers were downshift going into turn 1. They'll go around that real tight turn 1 and 2, a little banked. They go up the back straightaway, and then they shift again. And then when they get into turn 3, it's like Phoenix. It's this real wide corner. Now we got lots of land. They go around that real wide corner. So basically these cup cars will put on a hell of a show today. It'll be a daredevil act. They will race each other down in the corner, downshift, bump, move each other out of the way. And no matter what happens today, us locals here in St. Louis, we're not going to judge it, because we know that this racetrack was so close to being shut down. What a story, huh? How about a racetrack fractionally owned by lots of different farmers? Hi, my name's Joe. I own turn 3. I'm Bob. I own turn 4. Hey, I'm making money, and now the truck gets shut down, and now nobody gets any money. And Curtis goes to each one of them, sits down, and says, hey, let's make a deal. Pays them off. They're all happy, and now the racetrack is a racetrack. All right, everybody. Thought we'd tell you why we're very thankful for Worldwide Technology Raceway. All right, well, listen, I'll see you out there. Our show starts at 9:30. We got Bubba Wallace. We got Eric Jones. And who else we going to have? Let me think here. My amigo, Daniel Suarez. I told my wife, or I told one of my kids, I said, I wonder if Daniel will have any of his amigos there. And my daughter, Brittany, she's so worried about everybody. She goes, you can't say that, Dad. I said, no. You don't understand. My amigos, that means his friends from Mexico. So if any amigos show up today, Daniel Suarez will be at the stage for Kenny Wallace Live with my dear friend John Roberts. This show is something that was brought back by Chris Blair. So the truth to it, the original, Trackside Live at all the SMI tracks, and now Kenny Wallace Live here at home with John Roberts. The man that pulled the trigger first was Chris Blair. It was his decision first. And when we brought back, quote unquote, Trackside Live, NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot, it was right here 2 years ago. Now this is our third year. So cheers, Chris Blair, and thank you for bringing it back. And then we went ahead and we did it at Bristol, and now Trackside Live is back. And so a lot of firsts. So it was Chris Blair's ideal. Thank you, Chris Blair, for bringing it back, and thank you for these massive crowds. All right, we'll see you all out there this morning, 9:30. Kenny Wallace Live with John Roberts. We're going to smash a watermelon. We're going to talk to Bubba Wallace. We're going to talk to Eric Jones and Daniel Suarez. And that'll be at 9:30 at the main stage behind the front grandstands. All right, everybody, short and sweet this morning, 6 minutes for Mark Martin.